How's everyone doing? In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the 64 audio U12Ts. Yeah, I had a good amount of time to listen to these, and I heard a bunch of other stuff too. So, yeah, this is a cable it comes with. It's not really useful. It's probably one of the worst cables ever, actually. So this part tugs against your ear pretty bad. And I tried using this cable and it just made the whole fit uncomfortable, so I did get a cable for it. This is an Effect Audio cable. It's really comfortable. I didn't buy it to improve the sound or anything, just to make things clear. The only reason why I bought it was because the fit was really bad on the stock cable. So yeah, those are my views on that. I haven't seen anyone actually use the stock cable. I think this is like one of the worst cables. So if you do have a pair of these or are thinking about getting a pair of these, make sure you take that into consideration. So yeah, that's the cable. So let's talk about the fit now. So the fit on this earphone is the best I've ever tried. You could wear this for hours without any type of discomfort. So you could tell they put the proper amount of effort into designing this earpiece. There's no pressure buildup. This just sits perfectly. It's smoothened out aluminum. And then this is the Apex module, which basically it alleviates fatigue. So when you pop it into your ears, you're not going to get a sense of the pressure buildup. So as soon as you put it in, it kind of feels like a headphone almost. Like literally this feels like a full-size headphone with the way it fits, because you don't even feel it like on your ears. So that's exceptional. They put a lot of effort into this. And once you use it for a while, you do realize those things. So yeah, that's the fit. And now let's talk about the build quality. It's pretty simple, just aluminum. And then you got this egg-shaped back type thing. Here's the TL logo. So yeah, nothing like too fancy, just minimalistic and nice. So that's good. So yeah, let's talk about the sound now. So let's start off with the bass. So the bass is sub-bass focused, and I prefer that type of sound. When other companies or other earphones do have mid-bass, any earphone, I'm not going to compare any earphone right now with this. But yeah, so the mid-bass is boosted on some cheaper pairs. I'm not sure why, but it makes the tonality a little wonky, and it makes the vocal sound boxy. So I do like sub-bass because it's completely separated from the mids, so you get a clean picture in the sound. So yeah, the bass on this goes extremely low, the best bass I've ever heard. It's never boomy, where on some other pairs it comes off as boomy, but with this IEM, the bass is never boomy. It extends all the way. It never gets in the way of any details. Yeah, that's the bass. Just the best bass I've ever heard. No boom, but goes all the way low. So they did a phenomenal job with the bass. There's not anything I could say that's bad about the bass. It's just the best bass I've ever heard. So yeah, that's the bass. Yeah, there's not really anything bad I could say because it's the best I've heard. So I'm sorry if that's kind of weird, but yeah, the bass basically extends all the way. But so if you have like a dynamic driver, you're gonna notice it's more thumpy. But this is an all balanced armature unit, so you're not gonna get that excessive thump. So if you do like a boosted bass and not like studio accurate type of sound, then I would stay away from this, because if you do buy this, you gotta know what you're buying. So yeah. Let's talk about the mids now. So the mids are exceptional on this earphone. They're not recessed or too forward. They're placed pretty perfectly, and you do see the scoop on the chart, but honestly, I didn't hear any issues with that, like with the scoop or anything sounding off. It doesn't sound out of place at all. So somehow there's no issues with the mids. They come across like full-bodied, well-textured. I don't really hear any BA timbre on this earphone like you would with basically 99% of other pairs. So yeah, there's no BA timbre. There's no sense of harshness. English is hard. But yeah, there's no sense of like being shrill or harsh. Yeah, the mids just come across perfectly, like the best I've ever heard. Where on other IEMs that I review, I do say that this IEM sounds thin in the mid-range, or the body's lacking, or I wish I had this. With this, I don't have any complaints. If I had to say one thing, I wish it was slightly more forward, but at that point, I don't even know if that's a fault or not, if you know what I mean. So yeah, mids are really good. The instrument separation is immaculate. Like, when you have a busy track that you've heard maybe 1,000 times or a lot of times, basically this separates the sound perfectly. Paints a picture, the mid-range. Like, the instruments are just screaming at you. Yeah, so it has a really dramatic sound with the instruments, and they claim this is made for multi-instrumentalists. So I think that's exactly what it does. Yeah, so basically if you buy this and just play basic music off of it, like some rap or things that don't have too much detail, you probably won't even, or you will notice a difference, but you really need to test out proper tracks with this earphone. You can't just listen to like basic stuff. It's not going to make it sound good. Like, if your music's bad, it's going to sound pretty bad through these. And yeah, you will see people saying this IEM is sibilant, it's harsh, but a lot of the times their music is just sibilant or harsh. It's not the actual earphone that's doing those things. So yeah, those are the mids. Amazing separation. It's basically like a full-size headphone. And I've had a bunch of headphones, and after I heard this, I got rid of basically every headphone. So yeah, that's the mids. Okay, now on to the highs. The highs of this earphone are exceptional. The treble air is extremely clear. So it does have balanced armature up here in the nozzle. I don't think the camera would catch that. But yeah, it does have a mounted tweeter right here at the nozzle. So it basically shoots the treble frequencies directly into your ear. So you do get a sense of immediacy with the treble. Very, very clear, but not harsh, sibilant. And I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos. If you're not used to this type of treble quality, you might think it's missing. Because a lot of earphones hype up the treble. But with this, you're not going to get that. It's just balanced and neutral. So this IEM is like neutral with bass boost. So yeah, let's talk about soundstage and imaging now. So let's start off with the soundstage. So it paints an exceptional picture. You get sounds coming from top to bottom, and you get sounds coming from right to left, which no IEM I ever heard does that. It's like an 8K TV basically in terms of audio. It beats any headphone I've heard in terms of soundstage. The depth of the sound is exceptional. Like any headphone in this price range, it just wipes it out. So yeah, amazing soundstage. You hear every single nuance in the mix. And that sounds like a cliche, but no. Like, it's almost holographic, the soundstage in these. So yeah, that's the soundstage. Now let's talk about the imaging. So the imaging is exceptional because everything stays in its own spot. Nothing is ever covering up any other frequencies. So it paints a perfect picture around you. And yeah, this is the closest experience I've gotten to being at a concert or like a live recording type of thing. Anything that has those live recordings, those large scale orchestra tracks where everything is just painted perfectly, this just blows everything out of the water. Like, amazing with every single song I play. And I don't think music genre matters. If the earphone is good, mastered properly, your earphone should have no issues producing any type of sound for any genre. So genre doesn't matter. It's more on the earphone if it could handle those type of songs. And the second thing is, are those songs recorded properly? So yeah, you gotta take those things into consideration. But yeah, I'm rambling now, so hopefully that was helpful. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. So yeah, comment, like, and subscribe.